in the Reformation in England, at least, it was due to political battles. Henry VIII wanted to marry so that he could have an heir,
Right.
and papacy denied him that for political reasons because of the relationship with Charlemagne. It wasn't because of anything else. He could have given a dispensation if he wanted to. Actually, he had done it to other kings around the world. And so the split wasn't a theological split. That came later when entryism from people like Thomas Cranmer were pushing, and Elizabeth I ended up with a settlement to try and keep the people in England in line and uniform in their faith. But actually, the Continental Reformation was theological. So John Calvin, Martin Luther had theological reasons to break from the church. We didn't necessarily.
Okay.
And so we've held on to as much of our tradition as we could,
sure,
while saying that there's no foreign leader in this realm of England, in that the Bishop of Rome doesn't lead the country in ways that were politically abhorrent to us. It was the first Brexit. So we've held on to the faith a lot better in England. And so Anglicanism is the English expression of the Catholic faith. And different denominations have pulled further and further away from the Catholic faith in what's become anti-papacy and anti-Catholicism. But actually, the church was all one for a long time, and then the Oriental split, and then we had the Great Schism of the Eastern Orthodox split, and so the East and the West split in their patriarchs. But when we were all one, we recognized that the Bishop of Rome was the patriarch of the West, and so we should all be looking to Rome for spiritual leadership to some degree. And we can argue about how much leadership, ultramontanism versus what we would have understood from the Church Fathers. But we definitely, as Westerners, should be looking more Catholic than not Catholic. And in the East, they should be looking more Orthodox than not Orthodox. Absolutely.